Another story comes from the Maid of the North, Feminist Folk Tales from Around the World by Ethel Johnson Phelps. And this story is called The Stars in the Sky, and it's an English tale. There once was a girl who wanted to touch the stars in the sky. On clear nights, when she looked through her bedroom window, the stars twinkled and glittered in the velvet blackness of the sky above. Sometimes the stars seemed like diamonds, sometimes like tears, and sometimes like merry eyes. One summer evening, the lass set off to seek the stars. She walked and walked until she came to the dark, satiny surface of a mill pond. "Good evening," said she. "I am seeking the stars in the sky. Can you help me?" "They're right here," murmured the pond. "They shine so brightly on my face that I can't sleep nights. Jump in, lass, and see if you can catch one." The lass jumped into the pond and swam all around it, but never a star did she find. She walked on across the fields until she came to a chattering brook. "Good evening," said she. "I'm off to find the stars in the sky. Do you know how to reach them?" Yes, they're always dancing about on the stones and water here," chattered the brook. "Come in and catch one if you can." The lass waded in, but not a star could she find in the brook. "I don't think that the stars come down here at all," she cried. "Well, look if they're there," said the brook pertly. "And isn't that the same thing?" "Not the same thing at all," said the girl. She walked on until she met a host of little folk dancing on the grass. No taller than herself, they seemed very elegant in their clothes of green and gold. "Good evening to you, little folk of the hill," she called, taking care to be polite. "I'm seeking the stars of the sky." High silvery voices rang out. "They shine on the grass here at night. Come dance with us if you want to find one." The lass joined the round ring dance of the little folk and danced, but although the grass twinkled and gleamed beneath their feet, not a star did she find. She left the dancers and sat down beyond the ring. "I've searched and searched, and there are no stars down here," she cried. "Can't you tell me how to reach the stars?" The dancers simply laughed. Then one of the company came over to her and said, "Since you're so set on it, I'll give you this advice. If you won't go back, go forward. Keep going forward, and mind you take the right road. Ask 3 feet to carry you, to no feet at all, and then tell no feet at all to carry you to the stairs without steps, if you can climb them." "If I can, will I be up amongst the stars at last?" she asked. "If you're not there, you'll be somewhere else," said the little man, and he ran back to join the dancers. With a light heart, the lass stood up and she went forward. Just as she was beginning to doubt she was on the right road, she came to a silver-gray horse beneath a rowan tree. "Good evening," said the lass. "I'm seeking the stars in the sky and my feet are weary. Will you carry me along the way?" "I know nothing about stars in the sky," said the horse. "I'm here to do the bidding of the little folk only." "I've just been dancing with them, and I was told to ask 3 feet to carry me to no feet at all." "In that case, climb on my back," said the horse. "I am 4 feet, and I will take you there." They rode on and on until they left the woods behind and came to the edge of the land. Before them on the water, a wide gleaming path of silver ran out to the sea. And in the distance, a wonderful arch of brilliant colors ran up from the water and right up into the sky. "I've brought you to the end of the land," said the horse. "That's as much as 3 feet can do for you. Climb down now. I must be off." The lass slid down from the horse and stood on the shore looking about her. A large fish swam in from the sea. "Good evening, fish," she called. "I'm looking for the stars in the sky. Can you show me the way?" "I can indeed." "Not unless you bring the word of the little folk," said the fish. "I can indeed," she answered. 3 feet brought me here, and then I was told no feet at all would carry me to the stairs without steps." "In that case," said the fish, "I will take you. Sit on my back and hold tight." Off he swam with the girl on his back, straight along the silver path towards the bright arch of many colors. As they came to the foot of it, she saw the broad stairs of color rising steeply into the sky. At the far end of it were the merry glittering stars. "Here you are," said the fish. "These are the stairs without steps. They're not easy to climb. Climb if you can, but mind you hold fast and don't fall." So she started off. It was not easy at all to climb the bright-colored light. She climbed on, and it seemed she moved very slowly. Although she was high above the sea, the stars were still so far away. She was very weary, but she thought, I've come this far. I won't give up now. On and on she went. The air grew colder, the light more brilliant, until at last she reached the top of the arch. All about her the stars darted and raced and spun in flashing flashes of light. Below her, stretching down into darkness, were the brilliant colors of the stairs without steps. She had reached the stars in the sky at last, and she stood transfixed with joy at the sheer wonder of it all. After a time she became aware that the air was icy cold, and the hard brilliant light of the spinning stars made her dizzy. Shading her eyes with her hand, she tried to see the earth below, but all was in darkness. No warm flicker of hearth or candlelight could be seen. Then in one last yearning effort, she stretched out her hand to touch a flashing star. She reached farther and further, until suddenly she lost her balance. With a sigh, half of regret, half of contentment, she slid down, down, faster and faster into the dark below, and all sense left her. When she opened her eyes, it was morning. The sun shone warm and golden upon her bed. I did reach the stars, she thought with joy, but in the safe stillness of her room she wondered, or did I dream it? Then she opened her tightly curled right hand, and on her palm lay a brilliant speck of stardust. And there's a picture of the girl. And that is the end of that tale.